Hello everybody, Captain Marty here. Tuesday, June the 16th, and we're halfway through June now, and the fish report for today is going to be a little less than what we've been having. We've got a little bit of weather, a little bit of mediocre fishing, but I'll tell you what is going on, what your best bet is if you're wanting to go fishing. I'll be back to do that in just a moment.
Frisco Woods Campground, a family-owned gem for over 50 years, offers a perfect getaway on Hatteras Island. Whether you prefer tent camping, electric water sites, RV spots, or primitive camping cabins, there's something for everyone. Guests enjoy free hot showers, a refreshing pool, and breathtaking sunsets over the Pamlico Sound. Nestled in nature yet close to local attractions, Frisco Woods Campground provides a peaceful retreat with modern comforts, making it an ideal destination for outdoor enthusiasts and families alike. Book online at the Frisco Woods Campground.com. Frisco Woods Campground, 50 years of memory making on Hatteras Island.
At the south end of Roanoke Island, in a quiet little village, lies a marina known for having one of the finest fishing fleets on the Outer Banks. Whether it be an offshore excursion, a nearshore charter, or headboat fishing, Wanchese Marina is where to go. Wanchese Marina is a full-service marina, complete with a fueling dock, bait, tackle, ice, and the Landing Grill restaurant. All of this is just a few minutes from some of the finest fishing spots around. Book online at wanchesemarina.com. Wanchese Marina, 4457 Mill Landing Road, Wanchese.
All right, so we'll take our big loop around the area. We always start out with the Hatteras offshore fleet, and they were blown out yesterday. A little bit too choppy for the offshore fleet to go, but their backcountry boats did go, and I'll talk to you about that in the latter section of today's report. Really, I didn't have anybody in the ocean in Hatteras today. Now, it's not to say that somebody might not have got out there, but I didn't see it. At Oregon Inlet, the fleet did get out. They had pretty good yellowfin tuna fishing. I saw boats with 8 to 12, something like that. 8 of those nice yellowfin tuna is generally enough to make everybody happy. The dolphin bite seemed to be less of an issue. I don't know exactly why, except that when 50-pound tunas are biting, it's hard to go looking for other things. Omi Tillett said you never leave fish to look for fish, which is one of his many sayings that I'll always remember. The inshore fleet around Oregon Inlet has been catching a little bit of bottom fish, sea bass and triggerfish primarily. And when they can get the water right, they're catching blues and Spanish. But that water is in heavy fluctuation around Oregon Inlet. I don't really know why. But it gets cold and green, and then it gets pretty and warm, and you got to hit it just right. Our surf and pier report is also, I'll just have to call it like I see it. It's a little bit mediocre. So what we do have is occasionally a bluefish, whether you're on the surf or in the pier. You have a few Spanish mackerel. That can get really good when things warm up and everything. Our water temperatures, I had a little bit of variety. 67 degrees on Jeanette's Pier, 74 degrees on Rodanthe Pier down on Hatteras Island. They had a mix of bottomfish, croaker, spot, sea mullet. Avon Pier had a gold star catch. And it was actually the day before yesterday, but they caught and released a tarpon. And yes, I did say tarpon, and it's a little early, but we do get tarpon come by our coast on their way, believe it or not, to the Chesapeake Bay. Another group of them go back into our sound, mainly the Pamlico Sound, and there's some very good tarpon fishing out there at times. But there again, it's you better know what you're doing, and you better be geared up the right way to do it. I have personally been out in the Pamlico Sound and seen a mile of tarpon just rolling. They would not bite. They usually don't bite very well when they're rolling on top, but we went back later that night after dark and caught 2. We just went to the same area. There was nothing rolling in the moonlight, but we fished on the bottom with cut bait and we caught 2. So really, pier and surf fishing is going to be sea mullet, bluefish, Spanish mackerel, scattered drum up and down the beach, and that's really about it. So we'll take a little break right here. We'll come back and I'll give you our backcountry report.
Make your next Outer Banks getaway a stay at Seahorse Inn and Cottages in Nags Head. Conveniently located across from Jeanette's Pier, it's a favorite home base for surfers, anglers, and beach lovers alike. Choose from recently updated guest rooms or spacious cottages, perfect for couples, families, and extended stays. Bringing your four-legged friend? Seahorse Inn is pet-friendly, so the whole family can join the adventure. Whether you're chasing the perfect wave, reeling in the catch of the day, or simply soaking up the beach vibes, Seahorse Inn offers comfort, convenience, and classic OBX charm. Visit us online at visitobx.com.
So we know that our boats fishing around the inlets yesterday a little bit sparse on that, especially in Hatteras. But they jumped back in the Sound, and there's 3 species now starting to pick up a little more on the backside of Hatteras Island. That would be bluefish, and they're mostly those 5 to 8 pounders, which is a nice sized bluefish, fun to catch. They jump, good to eat. Puppy drum, and many of them were in the slot yesterday. Wasn't widespread what I would call great fishing, and there was just a few speckled trout, but there were big ones. Nice class of speckled trout from what I could see. What I haven't heard much about in the last few days is the sheephead bite. Even though I had some for dinner last night, man, were they ever good. The fish I grew up on is the sheephead. That's one you might want to ask about in a local fish market. I had some for dinner, but they've been in our reports pretty heavy all through the spring, but it seems like it's slowing down a little bit right now. So we'll just have to see what goes on. But that's really the long and short of it for yesterday. We will roll on towards the new weekend. We got our next billfish tournament will be the Hatteras Marlin Club tournament. And that first fishing day will be on Monday, and I'll be doing reports every day on that. So I look forward to keeping you informed. That's a private club, but it's not the big, huge money like you see at the Big Rock tournament. And it's about a 55-boat tournament. I think the Big Rock had 278. They're 2 totally different things. But it is a bragging rights tournament. When you go into the Hatteras Marlin Club and beat those boys, you've really done something. So I'll be down there all week. I'll be calling the scoring, talking, handling the VHF radio, and working with Miss Laura Young. Always a lot of fun. Love getting back down to Hatteras. I started my North Carolina career at the Hatteras Marlin Club so many years ago, I'm not even going to tell you. But anyway, that's our report for today. So go out and wet a line. You know you're not going to catch them in the motel room. Take a deep breath. Look at that pretty ocean. Let the good Lord bless you richly.